Or maybe he like being part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas don't want shit to change for the better, cause that mean they got to change for the better. Some niggas like doing some of that petty shit that they do. Like I've been realizing, some motherfuckers like the shit that they like I tell people all the time. People want the world to change, they just don't want to have to change in it. Like everybody else can change, that's cool. Long as I can keep my fucked up ways, it's cool. Yeah, of course that, because you have to accept the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't grow, the bullshit grew on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he gave up though. But at the end of the day though, Platt, I'm holding him responsible because after you become a certain age, like I heard a nigga say yesterday on the internet, reading is fundamental, but it's also free. They ain't charging like. Go ahead. What you been saying? True. True. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. I give you that right there. I give you that.
Anti-aircraft is live.
Platt is that. Yeah. Yeah, but didn't nobody wake you up. That's what I'm getting to. Didn't nobody come by and say, hey man, let's wake Platt up. No, one day you were like, man, you know what, man, some shit ain't right and I want to know what it is. You woke yourself up. Now you gotta do research to activate certain shit, but the initial step came from the fact that you wanted to do better. You see what I'm saying? You wanted better. You wanted to know this. You wanted to understand what was going on. Didn't nobody come along and make you want it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I can't let these niggas get a pass. Because if they really wanted to wake up, man, it's every opportunity out in front of them to wake them up. They just don't want it. It wasn't too many people talking the way we be talking when we was growing up. You know that. Motherfuckers might have knew it, but they wasn't talking about it. They kept that shit close to their chest. So nowadays, you got the YouTube you got the internet in your pocket. You got a damn library in your damn pocket. And niggas dumb as fuck. There's no excuse for that. Like you said, nigga invest all that time into learning these NBA and NFL stats, but they don't know nothing about themselves. You ask a nigga something about his culture, he get dumb. I don't know. I ain't worried about all that old shit. Them people dead. That's old shit. Nigga told me that shit. Nobody worry about them dead people. Them dead people, that's old shit. I said, what? That's old shit. Nigga, that's your past shit. I said, man, we the only culture in history that didn't want to know what the fuck went on before they got here. I said, man, motherfuckers dedicated their whole life to going around the world trying to discover what the fuck was going on before they got here and figure out motherfuckers used to dedicate one person would sacrifice their life for the education of civilization. Every generation you can think of a scholar that just went out into the desert and just started trying to discover shit. Like, can you imagine if nobody would do that no more? Like, hey man, fuck it, man, that shit old anyway. Like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you serious? True. Because it's the truth. Even go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. What? What? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Well, I was just finna touch on the pedophilia thing and say that it's a little deeper than that, brother. Cause if you look at it nowadays, right? First of all, let's go back talking about pedophilia. First of all, having sex with little kids ain't really all that bad unless you an old motherfucker. And I'm finna explain to you why. Back in the days, we were married before we turned 18. Your wife was picked for you on your 18th birthday. You got married. That was that. And then we adapted to this culture. When we adopted to this culture, think about this. First of all, you got homosexuality. They taught the little boys to wear, first they started with the little girls. Made them wear the tight ass little booty shorts. And they get younger and younger. Then they started with the boys with the tight ass pants. And then that's getting younger and younger. But then if you take it to a psychological level, niggas want girls with baby hair. What the fuck is up with that? Like, niggas want their girls to be shaved. The only motherfuckers I know that shaved in their private areas are kids. See, they mentally tricked us into accepting these things so they could make it normal. I did a little research on that because I stumbled across this 2017. I do this. I do this. I've been doing this like every year, but I didn't get to do it this year because I didn't have my camera on New Year's, but I didn't have it hooked up. But I usually do the craziest news stories, Platt. And you know that there's a man in prison right now for raping what 3, 4 little kids, right? All right. Now this motherfucker here, he's different than the average pedophile. This nigga smart. What he's doing, he's not your average pedophile. He's very intelligent. So what he's doing now in prison, he's trying to get out of jail. And he's trying to get his charges dropped by doing something no other pedophile has thought about doing. He's suing the parents. He going after the parents in civil court, hoping that they'll drop the criminal charges. Cause he's saying y'all are fucking bad parents. If you would have raised your fucking kid instead of sticking them in front of a TV and the internet, they wouldn't have been on a motherfucking website for me to manipulate them and molest them. It was your fault. And I kind of feel what he's saying, but it shouldn't give him a pass. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga ain't getting. Yeah, we don't get no pass to shit like that. Yeah, I agree with you on it. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, the programming. Slavery. They used to they used to make the slaves fuck their mothers and make the daddies watch and make the families and shit watch that shit. Facebook. If you don't post it on Facebook, they ain't interested in it.
So it all goes back to this, dog. It all goes back to, as far as drug dealers, drug addicts, and pedophiles and shit like that. That shit starts with the mind. It starts with the renewing of the mind, man. Because this shit has to be thought of before it's actually put into the physical. Like before a drug dealer becomes a drug dealer, whatever, he gotta sit back and think. You know what? I need some money, or I can make money if I do this right here. If I sell this, it becomes a thought, and then as you think about it, then you put it into action and make it happen.
Everything manifests from a thought first.
Exactly. So we are on the wrong spirituality, which brings me back to religion. Cause Catholic priests, them mother popes and shit, them motherfuckers touch kids and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody touch kids. Don't get me wrong. Everybody. I mean, not everybody. I'm just saying different types of motherfuckers touch kids. What I'm saying, different types of motherfuckers. It's going on everywhere, but it's really big coming from the church, and this is where this shit initiated from. This is where it comes from. We got to get rid of that fucking church and get back to our divine spirituality, dog. And that way, when we do that, we don't have room for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We don't have room for bullshit or doors to be open for more sinister acts and shit to be occurring. We gotta nip the shit in the bud right now. Not by locking the motherfucker up, by getting in the motherfucking head and renewing the motherfucking mind and renewing the spirit. I couldn't get that deep with that lady, man. She wouldn't even allow me to go that far. She said that everything that's going on in the black neighborhood and stuff is because of black people. It's not because of the white man. And then I found out why she said that.
I mean, at the end of everything, Platt, everybody not gonna make it. You know, and he told you, never pit Jews to swarm,
Service announcement from
cause they gonna choke on them.
Cocaine production has shut down because someone didn't resupply their business. Get over there and do a run before the neighborhood douchebags start getting antsy.
But I just think it's fucked up, man, how I heard these people in the chat room just go so hard. I'm talking about motherfuckers actually start calling you a bitch and all this kind of shit, dog. Just because you're not on par, you're not on point to what's going on with these athletes. I could give a rat's ass because at the end of the day, not when I say you, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying us.
Yeah.
Who is the one who is making these motherfuckers rich like this? By buying our little sports stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like sports cars or I'm talking about anything that's pertaining to sports that's dealing with that particular player. That's why they rich, because of us.
You made them rich.
Exactly. And you're gonna go and here's another part right here too. How in the fuck can you allow yourself to get that deep in sports knowing damn well that shit is rigged the fuck up?
Hey man, you can't tell some of these niggas that.
I be seeing people on Facebook, man, going ham about draft picks, trading players, you know what I'm saying, different positions and shit like that in these teams. I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck? This shit is a distraction. It's not even real, man. You trying to
No.
tell me as sorry as the Dolphins is, they'll go in one day and beat the Patriots and shit like that? I'm just giving an example of some bullshit that be going on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Shit don't make no fucking sense,
It's
man.
all
So
rigged
we
up,
don't even
man.
indulge. Huh?
It's all rigged up, man.
Hell yeah. And I don't even indulge in that dumbass shit, man. I mean,
Well,
I might catch us. I might.
you gotta look. You gotta go look at where the shit come from, though, Plat. That's why we so captivated by it. Because it's the same thing, the same rituals that we used to perform back in the days.
Yeah. I do know that I do know that they use these teams as rituals and to perform things. I do know about that. Yeah.
The sport, football, basketball, is a combination of the game that the Mayans used to play, the universe. You know what I'm saying?
I know where it comes from, but when you allow yourself to get so deep in it, when you talking about stats from years ago and you go ham and all
Well,
that kind of shit, dog.
that's the peons in it. You know what I'm saying? The people that really push the sports, they know that, you know what I'm saying? Look at the Phoenix Suns, the Chicago Bulls. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? They ain't stupid. They know exactly what they doing. They just do it in a manner, the people that control it, the hand behind the scene. They know exactly what they're doing. They're doing it for a religious purpose. But we caught up in the entertainment side of it that we don't even understand. It's like back in the day, we used to call a ritual like entertainment. That was like entertainment for us. You know what I'm saying? Some people went there to actually gain something from the ritual, but some people went just to, you know, 'cause they didn't have no shit else to do. They didn't really give a fuck about the ritual. And it's basically the same thing now. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Bible said it best. 2/3 of the earth will burn in a fiery grave. 'Cause they don't listen. And 2/3 of motherfuckers is majority of the people.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you something, man.
What's up, brother?
Right here is gonna determine how deep we can go with our conversations. I'm trying to talk about something else, but I want to know if you're on the same page with me first. Where is the kingdom of God?
Where is the kingdom of God? To be honest, man, I don't really think God has a kingdom. To be honest with you, to be honest, if you wanted to say it like that, because God's kingdom could be everywhere, anywhere, actually. But it's really a mind thing. It's really just a mind thing. When we talk about the kingdom of God, what we mean by it is a literal thing, because our definition of a kingdom and his definition of the kingdom is different. It's like, you know what I'm saying? What we've been taught on earth is different than the actual, what you would refer to as heaven. What you would refer to as heaven is not exactly how they portray it in the Bible.
All right. Well, using the KJV, the example
Okay.
verse in Luke
Okay.
was this: the kingdom of God is in you, was within you.
Yeah, it's in you. That's what I was saying. Yeah. It's already here. People thinking that they gotta die to go to heaven is what I meant. People think they gotta die to go to heaven when you can actually be in heaven on earth. You can be in hell on earth too, but you know that's a whole nother subject.
And then to tell you in Star Wars, the same motherfucker, Luke Skywalker. And then in the book of in the Bible, you go to the book of Luke. You know what I'm saying? This word, this name Luke, man. He's telling us in Star Wars, it tells you the force is within you.
Yeah.
That's what they say in Star Wars. The force is within you. What force? What's he talking about? And then when you go in the Bible, Luke is saying the kingdom of God is within you, so that no man knoweth the beginning or the ending. And then it tells you that the body is the temple of God. So, man, I ain't preaching at you. I'm just naming some shit that.
Oh man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, so it's saying that the body is the temple of God. So if the body is the temple of God, why are motherfuckers still going to the church, man? It didn't say nothing about. It even tells you that Jesus went and tore that church apart because motherfuckers was taking money from the people.
That's what they doing
He
now.
went and
That's why they
tore the church
killed him.
apart, man.
That's why they really killed him.
But now you got these church-going motherfuckers who think they gotta go to a church thinking God is on the inside, and that proves a point that these motherfuckers, my fault, these dumb motherfuckers don't even read the Bible, man, because the Bible tells you that the church, the God is not in the building, that God is in the temple. And then it says that if thy eye be single, then your body will be filled with light. If your eye be single, talking about the
and you,
property tax exemption
yeah,
churches.
and you skip over the fact that they are monitored and regularly called in for new doctrines because you got to do it. If they find out you're not teaching their agenda, then you don't fit in the criteria. You're not acceptable anymore. Your church will be disbanded. Like people don't understand. Like I tell people, this is how you can tell there's a real problem in the world. When churches and banks close down, that's the sign.
When the banks and the churches close down.
Yes. Cause that nigga was saying something. That nigga was saying something. Oh, this year, nigga Macy's just said they was gonna close down 78 stores. Like I was telling you yesterday. There is no way. Now, cause I know you smart. There is no fucking way in hell we $17 trillion in debt, but Gucci Mane buy brand new rims with diamonds in them. That don't literally make no sense. That does not make any sense. We're broke, but we got motherfuckers running around buying shit that they don't even need. That doesn't make any sense. That lets me know either money is fake or they're really broke. And I'm starting to lean towards money's fake. There's no such thing as money.
It ain't though, because this money shit is fake. They got our real gold. Queen Elizabeth and the motherfuckers got the real gold. They took the rest of it from Gaddafi because Gaddafi was about to set some shit up. He was about to build
Beep. Public service announcement
He
from
was gonna switch
LJT.
everything to gold. Yeah, I
Cocaine
know. He was
production
gonna
has
switch
shut
switch
down
the
because
oil back over to
someone
gold.
didn't resupply
Yeah,
their
he was gonna fuck the world up with that. They had to kill him.
trying to tell me that our people ain't trying to get together, dog. Because we've been at war all our life, but we really, really, really been in it, man, since January 1492, dog. And that's when the New World, aka the Americas, was getting established by literally the blood of our ancestors. All the way up into now, motherfuckers think it's all good, man. Think it's peaches and cream and shit, man. But our motherfucking ancestors died, and we ain't got no reparations, and ain't nobody trying to get no get back.
Ain't no
So we
such
got to
thing as
be
get back.
some. Oh, it's such thing. It's such thing. But we can't unify because why? We got Muslims, we got Christians, we got Kemet motherfuckers, we got the Hebrew Israelites, we got the Moors, we got all these different classifications, and we all talking about the same shit, but we want to be separated because you don't want to dress or believe in the same shit that I dress or believe in. That's why the shit won't happen.
Yeah, of course. You got human issues.
Because motherfuckers don't know who they really are. And to find out who you really are, you gotta learn your history. So bottom line, motherfuckers, like you said, don't give a fuck about our ancestors.
They don't give a fuck about themselves, man, because your ancestors are gone already. You should be using the stepping stones from them to benefit from it. Know what I mean? What I'm saying is their time has came and gone. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell niggas like this. Look at Christopher Columbus. Before that nigga got on the ship, he had studied every other voyage before his, cause he wanted to know what the fuck happened to the other group of people, so I don't make that same mistake. But we too dumb to understand that we really fighting a war. They understand they understand the rules of engagement. We don't. Cause we've never been barbaric. We've never been barbaric. So it's somewhat new to us, becoming a savage.
You gotta be wrong, dog. You know, it's like you said, motherfuckers don't want to wake up or there's nothing sparking inside them that want to know. I mean, I've been wanting to do this shit all my life, dog, but I just didn't know where to go about doing it because my mom, she was a zombie growing up and shit like that. And pretty much in this Virginia area right here, man, everybody's a fucking zombie. And then if you find out, if you run into some cats that's not a zombie, because everybody is, you would think that something's wrong with them for saying some shit against the
Yeah.
majority of people that's believing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I do believe you. Do feel you there. I do feel you there, brother.
okay, alright, so, I mean, I just don't understand, dog. People know goddamn well, if you don't, I mean, nobody knows the exact number, but goddamn, United States has got to been around longer than I mean, the, the Earth has been on here for a long ass time. Mankind or civilization has been on Earth for a long ass time, right?
Has to.
You agree with that shit?
It has to. It has been around longer than what they say. We know that already, Platt. They had to, because they had the lies, Platt. Because in order for them to fit in history.
That's not where I'm going.
Okay, go ahead.
That's not where I'm going. I'm talking about like, okay, so me and you can clearly see that Earth has been around for a long time. We don't know what number, and the number is irrelevant. We just know that it's been around for a long time. So with that being said, shouldn't it spark some motherfuckers who live here in the United States and be like, hold on, man, this shit just got together 500 years ago? What the fuck was going on 500 years before that? Because if you think about it, if we've been around that long and been doing the same shit, then this shit that we doing right now is supposed to be perfected, dog. As far as laws and courts, that should be perfect. There should be no motherfucking loopholes. As far as equal rights and all this kind of shit, it ain't supposed to be no motherfucking loopholes, man.
You man enough for
This shit
another?
is not perfected. But for the simple
Okay,
fact,
you're missing out though.
and if this shit is not perfected, which means that this shit right here just got put together, which means that we are in a new system, which means that this shit is not for us, and motherfuckers ain't get it. And they, I mean, they don't want to wake up to at least that, to say, hold on, man, the United States only been around 500 years, dog. We got a new system in place called white supremacy that's in place right now. What happened before that? What's really going on? Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that.
But see, the know that in saying this though, Platt, you expect them to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the same people that helped the slave owners come steal our women and our kids. You think they give a fuck about you? Think about this now. They went after the women and the kids first. So that should let you know that, like I tell, like when you go, especially when you go look at history, in order for them to capture the slaves, they had to get something that the slaves wanted. We didn't want nothing but our women and our kids. So for them to go after, for a person to knowingly target innocent people, helpless people, you should not expect to be playing with somebody that plays fair. And from the way that it all went down, just as many of us is the problem as it is them. That's why I trip out when people be talking about the white man. It's just as many niggas that's corrupt as it is white people, if not more. Yeah, the niggas, they don't want to know, man. Platt, is like this. The biggest thing that hurt us was this, man. The lazy niggas. The lazy niggas is what hurt us. Because in Africa, we didn't have no love for lazy niggas. If you was lazy, nigga, you was disbanded. You wasn't allowed in our kingdoms because we felt like that shit was a disease. We thought back then that shit was contagious. So if you wasn't with the program, you had to get the fuck away from us. Which only created jealousy and envy. Now some people went on to other countries and, you know, well, fuck him. I'm gonna go down here and do my own thing. Some motherfuckers was like, fuck that nigga, I wanna see him dead. So I think it's on us, man. I really think that we as a people need to come together and we need to send certain people back to the caves and we need to domesticate the others. Because if we don't change the way we living soon, we're not going to be able to. I really don't think we can change it right now, to be honest with you. Like, my honest opinion. Yeah, I understand that, but I think that everything that we know gonna have to be fucked with first. Everything that we know in love is gonna have to be fucked up for shit to actually change. Yeah. Cause the motherfucker probably used your money to buy the damn Benz. That ain't hard.
Which is why his shit is breaking the fuck up. You feel me? He has been exposed. His name is Son Heaven. His whole crew has been exposed, dog. They've been around for 25, 30 years. They've been exposed by a young boy, man. He's 23. You feel me? And now everybody's all in the uproar talking about, oh man, I can't believe the black people are acting just like us community. They acting just like regular people on the block. Yeah, motherfucker, that's what it looked like, but it's actually getting cleaned up. We get these old motherfuckers who's not teaching the people, and if they are teaching, they teaching the wrong shit on purpose. We getting them the fuck out of here and in with the new shit. You see, it is starting, dog. We starting to clean this shit up, man. We starting in the conscious community, and it's gonna work its way on down. Now, it's already starting in churches too, dog. There's a whole bunch of pastors who have left the fucking church. I mean, they making videos about real shit, not no stunt shit like a motherfucker trying to get famous and shit like that. Nah, dog, this is real shit. Pastors are leaving the church. Talking about this one pastor, he said, yo, he said he had a wake up call, man, because, like I said, if you believe in the Bible, they'll have you thinking Adam and Eve was the beginning of mankind. Mankind only been here for 6,113 years. But then this dude right here said he saw the Sphinx. Real life. He saw the Sphinx. When he saw that, it done something to him on the inside, bro. It did something to him on the inside. What it did was woke up his DNA. That shit that's been sleeping, it woke that shit up. He said when he seen that, something touched him on the inside. And more than that, he said that he also went to the museum, and when he seen these people, when he seen our ancestors, these motherfuckers predated the people in the Bible. Point blank, period. And these motherfuckers don't want to admit the shit. And then when you go
Anything
to
you
the
need, boss.
verses, it tells
Hi
you
there.
that you
So
cannot.
long.
Jesus even said it. He said you cannot take. This is what he said verbatim. You cannot take what I say literally. I speak in parables. Parables means riddles. And then in Galatians it says that the story of Abraham, which if you can destroy Abraham, you can destroy everything. Because you know Muslims come from Abraham's son Ishmael, who was born from out of wedlock by what was that woman's name? Hagar. That
Yeah.
was Abraham's real wife. His real wife's name was Sarah, but Hagar was the maidman or something like that. The lady maidman who took care of the house. While Abraham supposedly had slept with her and had a son named Israel, and because he was the promised son of God, he was told he had to take lands and shit. And that's where the Arab or the Muslim people come from. They fighting with Abraham's other son, who was by Sarah, who's supposed to be the real child of God. We got all these wars going on.
You know it. I mean, you know that though, Platt. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's some serious brainwashing going on. But I mean, at the present state, we have to want to do something about it. People don't want to do anything about it. They are comfortable in the situation they're in.
Well, a whole lot of motherfuckers want to do something about it, like me and you. But how we gonna do something about it? We don't know what the fuck to do.
The majority of people don't want it to change, though. You would need an army if people wanted it to change. Look at the look.
All we gotta do is just wake up and stop participating, right?
That's all you got to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Look at when the pharaohs released the slaves. He didn't want to release the motherfucking slaves. Them niggas stopped being slaves. You can't enslave an.
Hold up. You talking about the story in Exodus in the Bible?
No. Before that one, the one they don't tell us about, the one that led us to be enslaved. Because we were going through harsh conditions in the land we was in. But we thought that, we didn't have to do no better. We could just leave and it'll get better. And we ended up being enslaved again. What's going on, Neff?
I'm gonna look that up, dog. 'Cause I don't know nothing about slavery, man. Now, I know we had slaves, but
Well, we wasn't, I don't technically mean slaves. Nowadays, you would call them prisoners of war. Because the only reason why they kept us in slavery is because they didn't like us. And they didn't want us in their land. You know what I'm saying? But we thought that by us just picking up and leaving where we was at, it would get better. But it didn't. You know what I'm saying? And we never changed. We never accepted physical change. So things only got worse because we never got better. This is what I guess this is what led up to us being freed from Jerusalem. Cause we weren't even originally from Jerusalem.
we was all over the place, man. We was all over the place until they came out the fucking caves and started intermingling. And I'm gonna tell you what the problem was, dog. I know we jumping all over the place and shit, but I feel like we pretty much covered that shit, so we gonna move on. And to add on what you was talking about as far as prisoners of wars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the big problem happened with this. Before our civilization got totally annihilated by the 33rd dynasty, Alexander the fucking Great, and Ptolemy Soter, and the rest of these motherfuckers,
You see me now?
and it started intermingling or having sex with our people, man. It started having mulattoes. And that's where you have the motherfucking problem. These mulattoes. Because now you gotta show loyalty to both races, man. Because your motherfucking dad could be white and your mom could be black. Or vice versa. And if we try to kick all white people out because they causing problems in our civilization, well, how that makes us too. That's what we should have did, but that didn't happen.
But see, you gotta understand this. Only in black culture can you have a mixed baby and it be considered black. Cause if a Chinese lady have a baby by a black man, the baby not Chinese. The baby is not Chinese. No, it's not. It's a runt baby. If you take a child and a pit bull and you have puppies, them puppies is not pit bulls or childs. They mutts. The same thing with people. If
Break that word down, though. Break that word down before we continue on, though. What does mutt and grunt mean? Grunt or whatever. What does those words mean?
those words mean that it was.
Like real shit. Like real shit. Let's look it up. 'Cause I don't know what those words mean.
They are they they are in genetic. They are genetic. Damn, boy, I just had the name for it.
While you Googling, check this out. If a Chinese person has a baby with a black person, then that motherfucker is black.
It's
So
not.
the fact
It's
that
not, Plat. It's
so the
not.
fact that this,
It's not.
listen,
I understand what you're getting ready to say. The genetic makeup of a black man is dominant. I understand that part.
change it.
But what I'm saying is we shouldn't accept those. No other race except outcast, except for us.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but because you got that idea that you that of a system you want to set up, you can't just say that that person is considered a runt or a mutt because you got a system you want to put in place. It's still a black motherfucker.
No, it's not a system. It's not a system. The Most High told you not to mix your seeds. He told you that. Don't mix your seeds with nobody. That's why we were separated. That's why we were separated, so we wouldn't mix.
That's a divine spiritual system. It's still a system. It's just a divine spiritual system. Just like white supremacy is a type of system. You feel me?
I feel
It's
you,
still a system,
but
but you can't just call them. You can't just call them a mutt or a grunt just because they can't be because they got to be separated from everybody else.
no, you not separated, not separated. It's just that it's an undersized or weaker version is what a runt means. It's an undersized or weaker version. So basically what we've been doing, that's why we got so many diseases in the black community. That's why we got so many diseases in cause we got all these different kind of blood types. All these different kind of fucking, why you think white people don't catch shit like that? Because they don't accept them off brands. They keep their blood pure. So they know what their issues are. And we should have done the same. When we start mixing with them, we accepted their problems. That's just like if you hang around with a thief, you don't actually have to steal nothing to be called a thief. You hang around with a bunch of thieves. The name fits. You see what I'm saying, Platt?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that genetically they're not, black. I'm speaking on a level that as a culture. If you go back to biblical times, we didn't accept mixed people. If you was mixed, you wasn't allowed in our community. Once you mixed, you had to get the fuck. You and your parents. Cause they gonna instill that mixing shit in everybody. They got to go. And you don't look like us. So you got to go. You ever seen Sparta? You ever seen 300 before? No, everybody's seen 300, right? They used to take them babies to the top of the cliff and toss their ass off the side in the ocean. If you wasn't pure, off with his head. Wasn't no hesitation. And that's the they were. And that's what we came from. If you really read the Bible, God the same way. We fucked up. He said, man, fuck them niggas. They gotta suffer. They have to suffer. And they're gonna suffer until I decide to stop it. That's a punishment. Because we didn't listen to what he told us. He was very clear in his demands. Very clear. And I went back and forth with my homeboy on that shit. And I had to show it to him in so many different scriptures where it said, do not mix the seeds. Because what I got planned for you is for you. And what I got planned for him is for him. Don't mix y'all seeds together. Because then now your seed is going to have to take your punishment and his punishment. That's why the world got so fucked up. That's another reason how we got so fucked up. Because we out here paying for sins of our ancestors. And we got so many different strands of ancestors, like shit don't stop. It's like the shit don't stop. Now what you was going to say, brother? Mixing the seeds? Yeah, but we not supposed to be with them. That's why they were separated from us. That's why we were put so far apart. Because he didn't want us to mix with them. Because yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. But that's why we weren't supposed to mix with them, because they've already been mixed with the seed of the devil. So you mixing with him ain't doing nothing but mixing your seed with the seed of the devil. You see what I'm saying? That's why we not supposed to be mixing. Because if you are truly a descendant of the Most High, how can you purify your bloodline if you mixing it with every other bloodline? In order to keep that pure bloodline, you have to keep it within your people. But that's why slavery came. That's why slavery came along. That was their plan for slavery. That was a way to mix in with our seeds without our consent. I don't gotta get my daughter to marry your son. Nigga, I'm gonna kidnap you. And after I make you rape your mama a couple times, your kids gonna be so fucked up, they gonna be more than willing to mix with my daughter. Now I'm black. My bloodline is got a chance to make it to heaven now. We can see the Most High. Now all I gotta do is instill that knowledge in his brain to bring that spirit back to the devil. Now I'm inside of your community. That's how we got fucked. If we would have stayed on our own line and kept them outside, everything would have been good. But when slavery came along, they mixed into our households. Now we think light skin is light skin. It's not mixed. It's light skin. Nigga, you mixed. Oh, well, everybody mixed. Everybody not mixed. Everybody don't have white in them. Yeah. True. No, but they had leprosy. They had leprosy though, Platt. Leprosy is the discoloration of your skin. Go look it up in Exodus. In Exodus, all they talk about is leprosy. That means black people that had light skin. That was a disease. That wasn't a light skinned nigga. That was a nigga with leprosy. And you know what we did with people that had leprosy, right? They lived in the fucking caves with the white people. Because we thought it was a disease. You going with them. We didn't play no games. We didn't have no, it wasn't no or. It was either or. It wasn't no middle. Either you was in or you was out. We ain't get time for motherfuckers to stand around and make their mind up. We ain't have time for decisions. Either you in or you out. And if you had any light spots on your skin, nigga, you was out. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Platt, baby, come on. I know you know this. So that's where it came from. That's where the hatred came from. That's why they hate you so much. Because we refuse to mix with them for thousands of years. I mean mixing our blood and everything. Because think, if we would have started having kids with them, they wouldn't have never lived in the caves. They wouldn't have had to go to the caves because they would have had melanin in their skin. But we was told not to do that. So we didn't do it. That's why they hate you. Because y'all niggas could have helped us, but y'all chose not to. But they forget that we was told not to. We ain't like we chose. We were told not to do it. That's why they mad. Because they lived in them caves for 3,000 years because we didn't mix with them. If we would have mixed with them, their skin would have had melanin in it. They would have been able to stay in Africa. They would have been able to enjoy the fruits of a land that had everything you could dream of. Like, just imagine that. You on a vacation island. They got everything you want. And then a nigga come tell you you gotta leave because you the wrong color. And now you sitting up in the snow looking at these niggas on the beach eating grapes. After about 1,000 years, y'all niggas gonna be mad. Y'all might not be mad. You gonna be mad when you leave, but 1,000 years later, you really gonna be mad. Really gonna be mad. So of course they not gonna be your friend. They not friendly. They hate you. Of course they gonna hate you. You would hate them too. It's only natural. Just like right now, while we sitting around, you know, struggling to survive, they don't work for shit and they got everything. It's the same way. They just flipped it around. They found a way to make us want what we already, they flipped it around to make us want what we already had. I'm telling you, bro, that's what it's all about, man. They're trying to get their seeds into heaven. That's what white supremacy is about. They're trying to get their seeds into heaven, bro. And he know that he'll never be accepted into heaven as he is. So he gotta transform into something else. That means he gotta become one of us. That means he gotta mix his seed in with us. You ain't never seen Damien or The Exorcism? Why you think they turned so black? They got dark. Whenever they got that dark energy in them, they got dark. They got real dark. That was him showing you that the devil wants that melanin in his skin. He wants it. Because the heat from hell wouldn't burn his skin so bad if he was a little bit darker. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, man, I started reading the Bible, and when I started reading the Bible, I was given a Bible that I wasn't giving it. You know, like my nigga Dunn Tripp say, you know what I'm saying? Everybody criticize a thief, but we still celebrate Thanksgiving. So that shit is contradicting. I stole the Bible because I figured he wasn't gonna let me see it. So I knew it had some shit in there that he wasn't going to let me read. So I was always taught it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So I just took the motherfucker. You feel me? But when I took it, I found out all of the information that they got that they don't tell us. Like the Book of Life. Jehovah talked about this in the Jehovah's Witness book, but I don't really see it too much in the Bible. But Jesus wrote a book called the Book of Life and told people how to live. He told you how to. You will never see that book. They will never let that book get out of the Vatican. Never. Because the color of your skin has a lot to do with you transforming and leaving this planet. Like, Lamar used to tell me this a long time ago. Have you ever tried to use like cat shit for manure? it don't really work as good. Cause a cat don't have a lot of minerals, cause he don't eat a lot of food. Most of the shit he eat is like light shit. It don't really have no nutrients in it. So his manure ain't really gonna fertilize the ground. Because he don't eat from the ground. You see what I'm saying? The cow eats from the ground. He eats grass all day. That's why his manure fertilizes the grass so well. Because it ain't nothing but grass. Just like us. We will not be accepted if we pull up light skin. If we pull up at the gate light skin, we not getting in. And it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It's more of the genetic makeup you gonna have to. Okay, let me say this. You know that your mind can alter reality, right? So once you start to think and live on a lower level, your body starts to adapt to that lower level. You become less of yourself. You can have a godly person that accepts the bullshit of this planet, and it lowers your state of being. And that's what they've been doing to us since we've been over here. They've been trying to lower our self-worth by the food, the water, and at the same time they mixing with us as hard as they can. Like I tell people this, I learned most of this stuff when I started researching Hitler, because I thought Hitler hated black people, and he didn't. He didn't kill no black people during the Holocaust. Everybody he killed was white. Fake Jews. He called them fake Jews. Working for him. True. But look at it a little bit deeper. The reason why he was killing them Jews, because they were mixed. You are not supposed to be mixed. You either supposed to be blonde hair, blue eyes, or brown eyes and black hair. There is no mixture. And those people had black hair with brown eyes, but they were white people. And that's why he was killing them. That's why he was killing them. Because they were mixed. And you're not supposed to mix. Yeah, he did. Because he knew that he would get more gratitude for trying to fix the world than by trying to fit in with it. And that go back to what I'm trying to tell you, that we ain't supposed to mix. You were never supposed to mix at all, no levels. Okay. Okay, I was saying, oh, you talking about the runt thing, Well, the only reason why they call them runts is because you're not a full-blood whatever. You're not a full-blood this either. You're like half and half. And they didn't have a word to describe something that was part one thing and part another thing. So they just called it a runt. You know what I'm saying? Like if you mix two dogs together, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like some of them dogs will come out and look just like the mama. Some of them dogs will come out, look just like the daddy. But some of them dogs will come out and they won't have no genetic makeup of the father or the mother. That's the curse. That's the curse of mixing that blood. All them kids not gonna come out right. Now look at it. Like we was talking about earlier, pedophilia, homosexuality, all that shit that we got going on, why you think our kids keep coming out with all these defects, all these diseases? That's why. Because they bred us into living the way they was living. And we suffering from the same type of shit they was suffering from. Like, go back, like my mama said, go back to the 70s. How many people did you see in the 70s with dementia or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease? They didn't have fucking diseases like that. Either you got some shit and it killed you, either you got a disease and it killed you, or you didn't get it. They didn't have diseases that fuck with your mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have those kind of diseases back then. But look at this. Back then they wasn't mixing like they mixing right now. The only other time in history where they mix the same way that we mix now is during the 7 plagues of Egypt. When he told them, you going into the woods, do not mix your seeds with them animals. And we went out there, we started eating the animals, we started having sex with the animals. Who was he talking? We wasn't talking about real animals. He wasn't talking. A lot of people get that confused. They think that they was talking about animals. Oh, he was talking about the bears. What kind of nigga will try to fuck a bear? Nigga, get real. Who in the fuck would go in the woods and try to fuck a bear? A big 700-pound bear. Who in their right mind would pull their pants down and try to have sex with some shit that'll kill you and rip you in half in seconds? Who in the fuck would think of some... Nigga, they was talking about them. Like I tell people, genetic makeup. White people smell like animals. They smell like animals. And they say, oh, it's their hair. Their hair. Even if they shave all their hair off, they still smell like animals. Go into a white person's shower and then go to the zoo and tell me if there's a difference between the smell. Not trying to diss, talk shit. I'm just specifically speaking on a DNA genetic makeup. Go to the hospital. Why do you think they are so big on we can't do blood transfusions unless you got the same type of blood? Look at John Q. Matter of fact, we was talking about runts, right, Platt? Look at John Q. You remember John Q? His son had a disease. His son had a disease and he needed blood, remember? And they told him, yeah, the mama didn't have it or the daddy didn't have it. Now, how can a lady and a man have a child and the child don't have neither one of their DNA makeup? Because he was a runt. Because you've been mixing your seed for so long, your mama or your daddy can't help you because they blood purer than yours. They blood purer than yours because the genetic makeup was stronger. It gets weaker over time. Okay, so check it. No. What happened was this. Excuse me. Hit it too hard that time. My fault. Okay, he didn't have a disease. He had a heart condition. He was playing baseball and he had a heart attack. And the doctor said he needed a new heart. Right? But the thing was, they could have corrected it from the jump. See, a lot of people don't notice about hearts. They could have corrected it from the jump with blood transfusions. But they couldn't find a donor that matched his blood type. So his mama didn't match it. His daddy didn't match it. Cause remember, he was like, if y'all don't find my son a heart, I'm gonna kill my damn self, and y'all ain't gonna have no choice but to give him my heart. You see what I'm saying? So that shows you how, cause think about this, Plat. Now let's just be real. Everybody say, oh, we all came from Africa. Nigga, we all didn't come from the same place. No. I don't mean that. I mean the first people that were created. We weren't all created the same. Because for one, like I was telling you the other time about the grafting, we was talking about the grafting, how Jacob grafted the Caucasoids and shit, right? Platinum? Okay, make sure we go. Okay, so we were grafted the same way. That's why I was trying to tell you and Breezy that day. They grafted us the same way. All of us aren't the same. We have differences between groups of people. And that's what I mean by, like when you was talking about the Chinese people and the Arab people, and they were created. They weren't mixed from us. They were created to be the color that they are. Now they were darker, but they weren't created at our level of melanin. They don't have the 9.9% melanin. They don't have it. And you can tell they don't have it if you look at their hair, because their hair is still straight. So that shows you that they have a little bit of the beast in them. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little sided. Check this out. Okay, cool. Every animal in the jungle has straight hair. You see what I'm saying? They got straight hair because they're the beast. That's why if you was to walk, I know you probably do this because you stay in VA. You go out to like the lakes, feed the ducks and the fish and stuff, right? But you done it before. Now you remember when you was at right peace, right wisdom, when you was at one with yourself, when you was a little kid, before you got corrupted. You remember how the fish used to come up to you when you walk up to the side of the lake? You didn't have to do shit. They would just swim right up to the side of you. Why is that? Because they know who the fuck you are. They know. They can feel it. But when you not right with yourself, nigga, as soon as you step outside, nigga, all you hear is shit flying away. The birds left. The squirrels took off running. You hear shit running in the woods. Damn, why everything running away from me? Nobody ever asks that. Because if this world was created for you, then everything here knows who you are. Think about that. That's like if you own your house, your neighbors are going to know who the fuck you are. You're not going to have to go outside every day. Hey, what's going on, man? My name B, man. You ain't going to have to do that. Nigga, because I've been here. Nigga, I was here before you was here. Bitch, you know me. Anybody roll up? Oh, man, that's my man Platt house right there, man. Yeah, my man Platt, he cool. Got, a couple of kids, man. He a good dude. He been here longer than everybody. You ain't got to introduce yourself at the motherfucking neighborhood meetings. You ain't even got to talk no more. Everybody know you. Even the new people. Who is that? Oh, that's the oldest member. He been here the longest. He good. It's a good dude. Same thing with until you become that fuck nigga in the neighborhood. Oh man, don't nobody fuck with him, man. That nigga there, man, he be having parties. He be spray painting people's houses and shit. His goddamn kids, boy, them niggas bad as hell, boy. They burnt my goddamn trees down. I go over there to tell the nigga your kids setting my trees on fire. This nigga start yelling at me. The fuck you let him do it for? Like, what the fuck you mean? I don't know what's wrong with the nigga, dog. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. That's what happens when you stop controlling your environment. Why do you think every pilgrimage they ended up in the desert? Ain't no life in the desert. No trees, no water, no animals. It ain't shit out there. So, because you can't draw off their energy. You're bad. This is time out. You're in punishment. You're in time out, nigga. You can't follow the birds to food. You can't follow the bears to the lakes. You can't follow these motherfucking animals to the rivers. No, nigga, you gonna starve. You're gonna fucking starve because you deserve this. And I want you to learn your lesson. I want you to learn. I don't want to punish you. I want you to learn your lesson so we do better. See, because he could have just killed them. He could have just killed them. But he didn't. If you notice, every pilgrimage ended with a change. That person that went into the woods came back a different motherfucker. Right? Every time. Name one nigga that went to jail that came different. That came back and he was institutionalized. Man, fuck them niggas, man. Fuck that jail. Fuck them cops. Every nigga. You don't get a chance to learn from your mistakes now. They too busy trying to punish you. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was just getting back to that point that we were from the wholehearted community, bro. Everything else was created around us. It was created around us. You know what I'm saying? That's why the same problem that we had with them when we first got, you know, when they first was introduced to us, you know what I'm saying, with the leprosy. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't tell the white people from the people that had diseases. That's the real reason why we kicked them out. Because we thought that the way they act, because they were very different from us, we thought it was bad. And once we put it together that everybody didn't have that, that was a disease. So we thought that we would catch it. I don't want to wake up tomorrow eating motherfuckers. We got to get these niggas up out of here. You see what I'm saying? We can't live around them. I don't want that shit. So we made them leave. But, okay, Platinum, is this shit probably fucked up. Shit real, man. What up, Nell? On this motherfucking theft. All I know is that we gotta get it. We gotta make it on now. Oh, gonna have to take control. To us, we've got to take it home. Heart soul gotta get down. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call me Ghostbusters and I can't control. Had a proton pack on the back and they illin'. Not about battle my team. It's not illegal. Left over the sleep cash. That's over there sleep, nigga. I hear cash over there calling your name, nigga. Wow. That nigga killed me and stole my damn car. What's going on? on, bro. Oh. Oh. Oh goodness. GTA and what's popping this morning. I'm trying to think what I need to do.